I'm confused by the actions of Warren Buffett.
Warren Buffett, you know, yeah, he is, it's hard to imagine the state of mind that a person like that has to be in. On the one hand, benefit enormously from the freedom we have in the marketplace and attack it at the same time. And it's not in the last few years. You can track this back at least a decade or two. Warren Buffett is the illustration of the importance of philosophy and ideas. Warren Buffett is an intellectual. He is very, very, very smart. And you can see that in his investing. But he has chosen to adapt a philosophy that's antagonistic to the capitalist system in which he made his wealth. And so he interprets the way he made his wealth in a way that I don't think any of us interpret. So his interpretation, and this is philosophical, and he really believes this. I'm not kidding when I say this. He believes he made his wealth because he's lucky. Now, how does that luck manifest itself? He's lucky because he was born in the 20th century. He's lucky because he got the genes that he got. He's lucky because he had the parents that he had. He's lucky because he was at the right place at the right time for all of these deals. He's lucky because he met, what's his name, Munger, you know, his partner who's really, really smart. All of those he considers luck. And he considers those determining factors in his success. He, Warren Buffett, however you conceive of that, played no role in his success. It's all these external and genetic things and the fact that he was born, when he was born, that led to his success. Now, where does he get that from? Because that's pretty intellectual, it's pretty sophisticated, and pretty nuts, in my view. He gets it from a specific philosopher who taught at Harvard and who died just a few years ago. He got it from John Rawls. And John Rawls is one of the most influential philosophers of the 20th century. And he advocated for the idea that everything in our lives is a product of luck. It's a product of our genes or of our environment. And indeed, most debates are like, are you a product of your genes or are you a product of your environment? Well, if you're a product of either one of them, it's all luck. I argue that, yeah, both of those play a role, but you're a product of you, of the choices you make. We believe in free will. Warren Buffett, in a very, very fundamental sense, doesn't believe in free will. And if you look at Rawls's language, Buffett speaks it, you know, almost verbatim. Ayn Rand wrote an essay on John Rawls in the 1960s. She picked it up, and she saw the danger and the evil in his philosophy. He's an egalitarian. He's about equality, equality of outcome. And if you want to advance, if you want to be better, that's okay only if everybody else is also better off. Nobody can go backwards if you go forwards. That's the kind of world. And, you know, his philosophy is interesting and complex and really, really wrong and evil. But Warren Buffett buys into it completely. And what's interesting is if you watch Bill Gates from when he was younger and you watch him, you can see a change in the language and the way Bill Gates talks about himself that starts when he first meets Warren Buffett. You know, they play bridge together and they're really good friends. Warren Buffett has had a profound influence on Bill Gates in terms of his thinking. And Bill Gates is now also a John Rawls student, directly getting it from Bill Gates. This is the power of ideas. You know, it's about philosophy. It's not about experience. It's not about what you do in life. It's what you think that is going to shape what you hold and how you do it. So, you know, and in that sense, Warren Buffett is compartmentalized. You know, he acts to be a capitalist and make lots of money because he has no choice. His genes and environment has dictated that, right? And he holds these ideas, and the contradiction between the two doesn't bother him one iota because it's all deterministic. In a sense, it doesn't matter. And people can be compartmentalized. They can hold opposite views of different parts at the same time. But that's the importance of ideas. That's why it's so important to understand fundamental ideas and to talk about fundamental ideas and to challenge fundamental ideas. It's why people like John Rawls and Ayn Rand and Karl Popper and Immanuel Kant and Aristotle are the ones who really change the world. And these politicians are, you know, There are a dime a dozen, and they come in and out. And even the more notorious ones, they are just products of these philosophers who really impact the world. And you know, it's all about ideas, ideas, ideas. Thank you all.